What is going on, guys? Commodore last day today brings you guys a video that I didn't think I was going to be making today because, listen, Game 7 of the World Series is about to begin. You know, the next episode of Riverdale is going to be on, especially Total Divas is on tonight, you know, the season premiere. And I'm thinking to myself, Les, why am I here? Why am I sitting down in this chair? And what am I going to be talking about? Basically, I'm going to be talking about the stuff that went down over on Twitter today in regards to Mangastream making like these subscription packages. Basically, Mangastream, known for, you know, releasing illegal scans for manga, you know, from Weekly Shonen Jump, Young Jump, basically taking manga chapters, that kind of stuff from the magazines and, you know, pretty much publishing them before the official release dates come out, you know, on a certain day. So let's say, you know, Monday's the official dates for Weekly Shonen Jump. We'll get the chapters on Thursday or Friday. For stuff from Young Jump, like things like Tokyo Ghoul, Kingdom, which they come out on Thursdays, we get those chapters sometimes like on the weekend, let's take a Saturday or Sunday, pretty much like a whole like entire like little like week, like a Monday through Friday kind of schedule that will get those chapters before they actually come out on the official release date. And Mangastream did a thing now where they have a package set up, like a little system where you pay $4.99 American per month and, like, you know, get like the subscription like to their site for illegal scans of something that they're taking, which it is illegal. They're making you pretty much pay them for scans that are illegal, that are pretty much taken away and stealing from the industry itself, and not paying the creators, the people who are providing us with this form of entertainment through anime and manga. And it's caused a bit of a storm in the community. I mean, a lot of people, like myself is included, you know, you guys watch my Sustain Industry videos. You know, I talk about, you know, the anime, manga, video game pickups that I get each month, you know, showing my way to support the industry, because without supporting the industry, we do not have these things right here. If I don't support the industry, I can't read, you know, a volume of, you know, one of the best ongoing mangas weekly, or one of the up-and-coming series right here with, like, My Hero Academia. Like, I can't go out of my way to support all these series that are over here if I don't go and buy the volumes. Now, that's not what I'm here about. Because even though it is great to buy the volumes, I know some people, they can't afford to buy the volumes. That's why the best thing to do, of course, is to get a subscription with his media. There'll be a link in the description below to the website. You guys can see the packages that they have there. Because look at this. They're charging you $4.99, right, for Mangastream to do that. Weekly Shonen Jump, for like an issue, each one, costs 99 cents American to get an issue for each week that they're going to be releasing, like the magazines and stuff for Weekly Shonen Jump. And to get a subscription from them for an entire year costs, I think, like $26 American. You factor in with Mangastream, Mangastream is charging you more for illegal scans compared to the company that's releasing it legally, the proper translations, and the right way to support the creators and the companies that are providing all this for us. They're basically telling you, pay for piracy instead of paying for the people that are making this for us. That's ludicrous. Like, I don't understand how a place like this is still operating after all the shit that they've done in recent years. I mean, granted, I can't, you know, bash them as much because, again, I've read and I do reactions sometimes using their website for chapters, you know, like One Piece with Haikyuu. And, you know, unfortunately, that is going to be the case because I can't say that, like, myself personally, I'm going to be, like, you know, the flag bearer for change and stuff, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the bigger YouTubers. It comes to the guys who are considered, like, the forefront, like, you know, the Yonkos or the warlords pretty much of the community. It comes down to those guys in particular to kind of start that movement, to kind of change people's mindsets and kind of say, like, you know what, why don't we just wait until the Mondays, you know, record our reviews or reactions, that kind of stuff. That way it kind of moves people to wanting to wait until Monday to read the chapters and then hear everyone else's thoughts afterwards. The only problem I have with that, though, and I'm going to be honest with you, there are a lot of people that may do that, who do watch that content and stuff, but there are a lot of people as well who, you know, they just read the chapters. They don't go and watch somebody else's reactions or the reviews. They kind of, you know, stick with their own mindset. They read whatever they want to read. They watch what they want to watch. Their opinion's their opinion. And that's the hardest part of it all, is that you can't change that person's opinion, their perspective, all that kind of stuff. And it makes it really tough to kind of like try and engage with that person and tell them, like, you know, listen, what you're doing is wrong. Like, put it like this. If One Piece or My Hero Academia, for example, were to somehow just be canceled out of the blue, and we were like, you know, what the hell happened? Where's the next chapter of Academia? Where is Luffy going to find the One Piece? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we won't be able to get to that conclusion or get to that next part if we aren't supporting them. Like, you know what I mean? It's not free. This stuff is not free at all. You have to find some shape or form to do that. Like, I hear all the time that there are other people in other countries who say, like, oh, they can't get a Viz subscription because, you know, it doesn't really work for their site. Meanwhile, I found out afterwards that, like, you guys can get the volumes at least there. Like, In Canada, it costs at least $9.99 to buy a volume of manga, at least for a One Piece volume. You're telling me that the $10 that you have in your pocket, that you don't have, I'm not telling you to go out of your way and go and buy an entire collection the way that I have it. You support what you want to support. You buy what you feel like you want to buy. The people you want to support, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to go and support every single person. Like, for example, I can't read a lick of Japanese for my life. But is that going to stop you from supporting the best ongoing manga weekly? No, it's not. I'm going to keep supporting Kingdom. Why? Because if I don't have this, Hara cannot put out the best manga weekly. You know, and in fact, especially a series like this with Hajime no Ippo, which I know will never ever get an English release, you know, with the manga, but at least I go and buy it because I want to support it so Morikawa can bring, you know, bring the greatness. And it drives me nuts that people still find excuses out of all this to say why they won't support the industry. That's like my big take on it. You know, I feel deep down in my heart that we will never move from the current position that we're in, where piracy is always going to be there. The only way that's going to change, and it has to start from the big dominoes. It's not going to come from guys like myself, guys who have like smaller subscribers and stuff, you know, smaller fan base. It comes from those guys who are partnered with Viz. It comes down to those guys who are partnered with Crunchyroll that can make that kind of change. And, you know, to make it mainstream that, you know, this is what we have to do to support the industry. You got to go and do the right methods. You buy a volume of manga, you get the subscription. If you don't have either one, the other option will be there. You look, even for myself, I can't read Kingdom in English, and I say it again, I buy the volumes. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, like, at least you, even buying one volume shows support. It helps the industry whenever and however. I don't know, man. I just really don't know. Like, I really want to see our industry, like, just in general, the community itself, be able to come down to a day where we can just sit down on a Monday and read, you know, One Piece, My Hero Academia, Haikyuu, you know, all these series that are coming out on their respective days, even on Thursdays with, you know, Tokyo Ghoul, Golden Kamuy, Kingdom, you know, Umaru-chan, all these other series. I would love a day where we just sit down and we would read these series on the official days instead of having to read them, you know, through the ways of a pirate. We're having to read it on a Thursday for a One Piece chapter when we know it comes out on a Monday, or reading on the weekend a Kingdom chapter and it's supposed to come out on a Thursday. The bottom line is, man, we're putting ourselves in a situation where we're not going to have these things anymore. We're not going to have these forms of entertainment anymore if we continue on this road of piracy. And myself, I would love to do reviews and reactions on the Mondays. Is that going to garner me views and stuff? I'm going to be straight up honest. This journey, this whole reason why I'm on YouTube was never for that. I've always wanted to connect with as many people as I possibly could, you know, just talking about anime and manga. Granted, I could make, you know, small methods. I can, you know, maybe I'll just do the live reactions normally as I do during the Thursdays or Fridays, and then just save myself like the review for when the official chapter comes out. I know guys like King of Lightning does that as well when it comes to some of his reviews, even though like he's kind of late with it as well. But at the same time, man, I just want to see, like, you know, everyone in general just kind of play some kind of role. That way we don't have to worry about, you know, a situation where we're going to lose a lot of these series. And I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these series that have gone and become canceled afterwards, the reason for that is because, like, you know, people aren't buying the copies of the mangas and stuff. Like, if I remember closely, a series like Inuyashiki, which, you know, people are hyping up the anime as of recent, that was selling really bad in Japan because of piracy. And the fact that, you know, maybe the quality wasn't there, but piracy played a big part in that. The sales would drop. I remember one week they only sold, I think it was like 15,000, 18,000 copies or something. And I'm thinking, like, how the hell do you have a series from a guy who created Gans, who was world renowned and remembered in this industry, and then the next manga this guy releases, people are not going to go out and support it afterwards, and it forces the guy to cancel after like 10 volumes. Like, to me, that makes no sense whatsoever. Like, I don't know, man. I just really feel like right now in this day and age, we need to make some kind of change. And whether if it comes from the smaller guys having to make a move, or the big YouTubers, as I keep on saying, those guys with the 100,000 subscribers and more, who have that kind of pull and who have that kind of weight to kind of make that kind of change. And even though those guys can make that change, it probably won't change every single person's opinion or the way they do things. That's just how it's going to be. So, I don't know. I really want to, like, see some change happen when it comes to the industry itself. And if it wasn't for anime and manga, I wouldn't know where the hell I would be without all this. If it wasn't for One Piece, I wouldn't be able to have this, like, this mindset where I want to be able to experience all this amazing stuff. And then I was doing that. I was going online and stuff. I was reading, like, mangas, you know, without buying subscriptions or just buying the volumes, you know, showing my, you know, appreciation, support. And after hearing for like years and years about all these guys, putting themselves into their own deathbeds to give us greatness week in and week out, like I don't want that to happen to Oda. I don't want that to happen to Hara. I don't want that happening to Srirachi. Like I don't want it to happen to all these guys who make my life every single day better. And it just sucks that this is, the mind state that, the majority of the community has been going through. I know there's people out here that, they'll buy the subscriptions, they'll go get the volumes, that kind of stuff. The industry itself, it's not perfect. I understand that. There's a lot of countries that they could be making moves and stuff to kind of like, change things up a little bit and kind of like, just help out these people that who want to experience this greatness, but they just can't because of licensing or, because of problems with money, profit, that kind of stuff. Because that's what it comes to at the end of the day. Money is always going to be, the factor. Greed is always going to come into play and kind of mess up things at the end. Because like as myself, like even if I can't, let's say if I was in a country, somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere in Europe, even if I can't buy the series in my language, like again, I'm buying Japanese volumes to show my support. Like, there's little things like that. So I don't know. I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section below, guys, about this whole entire thing going on with the industry. Tell me how you guys exactly support the industry and what kind of change would you think would be made that can kind of change things up for the better of this entire industry, for our community? What can pretty much get us away from the world of piracy and into a time where everyone can just sit around, pick up a magazine, or just open up their websites, for Viz Media and be able to like kind of like just read the series the right way. That way it helps out, these mangakas, the editors, all that stuff to keep things going. I want to know your thoughts on that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you guys disliked it, do whatever you want, honestly. I mean, my thoughts, pretty much, I sustain the industry as much as I possibly can. I make videos on it, imploring you guys that the best thing to do is to help the industry by buying a manga volume, buying a DVD, just doing whatever you guys can to kind of keep this thing going. That way, the entertainment that's brought us out from places that we've been in where we're in a rut, or we're depressed, or we're just going through times where we're just like, we're not ourselves. Anime and manga played a role in saving us from that, and I can definitely tell you that it saved me from, going into that route, being depressed and being sad all the time. And the last thing I would want is that to be taken away, the thing that kind of saved me. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say for here now. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy this, like I said before, like and dislike if you guys want. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, consider doing so, because I will continue on with my Sustain Industry series. You guys see the different things that I pick up. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to enjoy myself some Riverdale in the World Series. And I'll catch you guys, whether it be Thursday or Friday for a chapter, or, on Monday discussing the chapters whatsoever. I'll see you then. So Commodore Laz, signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.